Here's how the game works. Y'all remember Ted as bartender Sam Malone on the hit show Cheers? I remember that now. That's right. It ran for 11 hilarious seasons. We're going to find out how well Ted remembers his famous character. We're going to play a clip from Cheers, pause it, see if Ted can remember his next line. Are you ready? All right, let's play the first one.
I know you don't have a lot of experience with this, but sometimes women get really happy. And when that happens, they get all emotional and vulnerable. And that's when it's time for a fellow like me, who's very sensitive and caring, to move in and give new meaning to the words.
Happy hour.
That sounds right. Really? All right, let's see.
Triple-decker sandwich.
You seem so confident.
This is why I'm not a writer.
Yeah, show you this is before, and then after.
And I'm white.
That's that. Yeah.
But I mean, you know, like they just changed everything.
They changed your hair.
They changed the hair.
They changed your hair. They
made my boobs enormous.
Yeah.
My husband was like, "Where's that girl? Love to be hanging out with that girl."
Right.
Where's she living at?
And then they moved in, like your stomach is different, your waist is different.
Everything.
Everything was totally fine before, but this is what is so damaging to young girls that are looking at magazines thinking everybody looks like that, and they don't look like that.
I always say my hips don't lie.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I have all these, debates with my musicians about how a song should feel or groove, a certain groove or anything, and it's not going quite well, I say, my hips don't lie. That's not working.
Yeah.
They tell you the truth.
I'm gonna use that from now on. Can I borrow that? I say. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the energy and the wooing that happens in here and the clapping. And what it is, I'm glad for you that you're able to come to the show and get your woo out and or get your woo on. I'm going to start something, get you woo on. It's my thing. But really, some people are filled with woos and have no place to put them. You can't woo everywhere, and that's why people should come to see the show every day. Or even if you're watching at home, we don't mind just wooing right back if you're just in your living room and wooing, because you need to get it out sometimes. Like, if you go to a Starbucks and they give you your venti latte, it's not okay to go, woo! Like, they really prefer a tip. But you have that energy, and you can see, you probably didn't even know you had that much energy, and then all of a sudden you're wooing like crazy. And because you have to find somewhere for the energy to go, or you get fidgety, is what I find. People, and you notice them, and what are you going to do? You're going to take a muscle relaxer or a sleeping pill or like an anti-fidgeting cream, which they have now. Oh, they make a medicine for everything, don't they? I was watching TV the other day. If you watch TV for 5 minutes, you'll see a commercial for a problem that you didn't even realize was a problem until they tell you there's a cure for a problem that you didn't know was a problem. It's getting out of hand, I tell you. There's a pill you can take now for sweaty palms. Have you heard that advertisement? I believe it's a chewable towel. And we've always had medicine, but in the old days there was one elixir that was a cure for everything. Remember? It would cure rickets and shingles and scurvy and hammer toe and not hammer time, but hammer toe. And people thought it worked because it was pure alcohol, and they'd just forget about their scurvy because they were plastered, is what it was. But they do. They have pills for everything now. And don't worry, if you can't swallow a pill, eventually they're going to have a pill that helps you swallow pills. And you can't conquer your can't swallow pills disorder without that pill, or CSPD, for those of you who have CAD, which is constant abbreviation disorder. Patches now, that's the popular thing, because they have patches for smoking and patches for birth control and patches for pirates, which, well, let's give them credit. The pirates actually invented the patch. They had little pirate commercials. Are you tired of looking through your eye? Then the patch is for you, matey. Arg! That's right. That was the parrot. They should come up with some remedies for things that bother us all. They should have a patch for people who think they're always right. Yeah. I'm right. finally started remembering people that were just like that. Oh, yes, yes. And you know what they should have for people who love dancing? Tony, is music. Guess whose birthday it is? Tony's.
Thank you.
Tony's birthday.
Thank you very much.
You look good. I got you a little something.
Oh, you did?
Yep, and I think you're really going to appreciate it. I signed it for you and everything.
Thank you.
All right. Tony was abducted by a giant bird.
Yes.
And on our show that went backwards. And
Yeah.
those were the claws of the bird. Well, happy birthday. And today,
Thank you.
even if it's your birthday or if it's not, it's an early present for everybody to unwrap. Ted Danson is here for you. He's got a new A&E movie, Knights of the South Bronx. And you better watch out and you better not cry. Why? Aisha Tyler's here. That's why. She's on CBS's drama Ghost Whisperer. Also on the show, she has visions of sugar plums dancing in her head. Shakira is here. Over there. And there. She does the hippie thing. She's performing Don't Bother from her CD Oral Fixation Volume 2. How many volumes will there be of Oral Fixation? I'll ask her that question. That's what I calls a show. I don't even know if we're going to have time now for the 12 days of giveaways. In the show, you're all getting, all right, I'm not going to tell you yet, but no, but I just hope you're all sitting down. You are, good. If you're driving around, you see all the lights that people put up on their homes, and they go to a lot of trouble, some of these people, so we ask you to send in some pictures of your holiday decorations. Here's the first batch that we received. This is from Chrissy Dixon's house in Ankeny, Iowa, is that right, Andy? Ankeny? Ankeny. Ankeny, Iowa. Here's Chrissy Dixon's house. Look at that. Wow. I wonder what the house next door looks like. Oh, I see. It's a power plant. This is Kathleen Blumart's, Andy? Beautiful, beautiful. Wait a minute. What's that? Zoom in the corner of the house. Look at that, in the corner. Yeah, it's a cookie. That's not a house. That's a gingerbread house. This is ridiculous, trying to fool us. I was inspired by the pictures you send of your houses all decorated, so I spent the entire weekend outside of the studio decorating. Let's get a shot of the, oh, darn it. I didn't plug it in. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I'm exhausted. Thanks for sending those in. Keep them coming. And, I talk a lot. This is my job. I'm a talk show host, and my job is to talk and to listen to my guests. That's what I do. I'm not paid to listen to myself. I'm not supposed to listen to myself. Other people should listen to me. And I was talking to David Arquette and Courtney Cox yesterday, and clearly no one was listening to me. Look at what I did yesterday. And I love that y'all are, I was saying this, I walked back to say how happy I were that they were here. Nobody told me. Nobody holds up an idiot sign or anything like that. Then later, clearly, I don't know what people were doing, but no one was listening. I was talking to Daryl Hannah later in the show, and look at this. Well, happy birthday, belated.
Thank you.
Your birthday was Saturday? Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you. Me have birthday soon, too, sometime. Cake for you like? And again, no one corrected me. And I were wondering why. You know what that means? Billy Sherry's back. Billy Sherry's back. Billy works in our sound department, and he's responsible for the sound effects cue from Lost like that. And we went to New York a couple of weeks ago, and Billy got there and started having flu-like symptoms and went to the hospital, and it turns out they had found an obstruction in his stomach somewhere, and then they had to take out a piece of his intestines, and it was all just scary stuff. He was in the hospital long after we left. We left, and he's still in the hospital, poor guy. And so it means he's back. So I'm actually going to go to the sound room and say hi to Billy, because I've missed him so much. Billy, I'm so glad that you're back. I can't believe I've missed you so much. I'm sorry, I'm doing a show right now. I've missed you like crazy, Billy, and you look great.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, what?
I'm Billy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, me.
You're Billy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't. You're Billy. That's right. You're back here all the time. Of course you're Billy. I don't know why I thought he was Billy. I was, But you look great. And wait a minute. If you're Billy, who was I just talking to? Wait a minute. Who was that? We'll be right back with Ted Danson. Our first guest starred on one of TV's funniest shows of all time, Cheers. His new movie, Nights of the South Bronx, airs tonight on A&E. Please welcome back to the show the two-time Emmy Award winner, Ted Danson.
I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here. You look fantastic.
And look, we kind of match.
We sort of do.
Yeah.
I could have easily have been wearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's lovely.
I have just a little quick explanation. My wife, Mary, and I have moved into a home that you once owned.
Right.
And
That's
we
a great
love it.
house.
Oh my God, we love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We went through the attic though, looking, you know, if you'd left any stuff behind, and we did find something here. You
no.
may want to shred it, or just, I'm not sure what you might want to do with it.
Oh, it's me and Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
And that's a long time ago.
I didn't mean shred it. That's a wonderful picture.
No, that's there's a
great
reason I
picture.
left that behind. And now, weren't you here last time for your wedding anniversary?
Yeah, I think it was right around then.
Was
Yeah.
last year 10 or is this year 10?
This year's 10.
With
Yeah.
your beautiful wife, Mary Steenburgen. Gorgeous. Y'all are a good couple. Good couple. Now,
And that, because we're actors, that's like dog years. That's like being married about 60, 70 years.
it sure is.
Yeah.
And you all, not just because it's 10 years, but because you act like it's your first year. The two of you together are so loving all the
wow.
time and so good to each other.
She's an amazing lady.
Yeah, and you're an amazing guy. So there it works out. And what did you do? Every year they do something. This is so romantic because you met on water.
We fell in love. We went up a river, kind of friends, and came back madly in love.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
on,
so
on a movie that we met on, Pontiac Moon. So every anniversary, we try to get on some body of water, and it's sometimes it's easy, sometimes like Colorado River or these great rivers. Sometimes we're working, and it's been the swimming pool or. But last year we were up in Ojai at Lake Casitas, and we went out in kayaks and celebrated that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's
The
really-
first year was we were doing ink, which was really hard and got canceled after the first year. And we were so tired that we came home and didn't do anything, nothing. But we figured that in hindsight, we were pretty much up the creek without a paddle. So it was like a body of water.
Yes.
In a way. Will that be bleeped?
It will be, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so glad because my mother is watching.
We will rename it Chips Creek.
Chips Creek.
Yes. As if it was a boy named Chip and
Yeah.
it's a creek. And your birthday is coming up too, is that right?
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
you doing for that? Anything? What's she gonna?
I don't know. Usually it gets kind of from the day I was born, because the 29th you're either traveling or you're burned out from Christmas or something. But last year we were in Hawaii with the family, and they really got me. They hired this beautiful hula Hawaiian, gorgeous woman and her little band to come, and it was almost embarrassing because they all disappeared while it was like my own private little hula dance, and I didn't know where to look, and I was being overly gracious. Oh, that's wonderful, wonderful. You know, but they had snuck off because they had their own hula dance. They had practiced for like a week before, and they came out, 12 of them, and did this hula dance for me. So it was a high point in my birthday career.
That's sweet. That's
It was
very
sweet.
sweet. So well, let's talk about this real quick before we talk about your movie, because I think this is a wonderful organization that I'm doing this as gifts this year as
Are you
well.
too?
Yes.
Heifer International.
Heifer International, and
Yeah.
we'll have on our website, you can find out the number and how you can get a catalog. If you don't know about Heifer International, why don't you tell people about it?
It's brilliant. It's an organization that goes all over the world, even in the States. I think it's been in about 40 of the states here in the United States. But they give usually breeding animals, a pair of animals, usually to the woman in a village, because the men will sell it and go to town or something. But the women, and the deal is you pass it forward. So you get these two animals that you can either get milk from or eggs or whatever. And the deal is, after they create offspring, you give that offspring to the next lady in the village. So it's this pass it forward thing that has been around since 1947, and it's brilliant. They transform the face of, you know, these
Yeah.
poor places in the world.
So it goes all over to the Philippines and different parts of the
Right.
world, and it's a family that suddenly, if you give them, like a heifer is $500, or like
Goats.
a goat's, water buffalo, you can do chickens, you can do rabbits, which are less expensive, and you give it to a family, they suddenly are eating, and they can go to the village and sell the milk in the village, so you're helping families eat, and it's a wonderful thing
And
to
they
give.
also come in before the animal arrives and teach them how to farm and how to make the land able to support the animal. So
Yeah.
really is transforming.
It's an amazing
so
thing.
for a little
And like
amount of money,
yeah,
you can
sometimes
do a
you can
lot.
do $20 or $60 or $120 for a sheep or a pig, up to $500, and then there's up to $5,000. But it's what I'm giving.
$5,000, you get an ark.
Ark. You get a whole ark.
Yeah,
And, which
it's
is,
true. They call it the ark.
It's
yeah.
called the ark.
Good
but
for you.
yeah, I'm doing that for
Thank you.
everybody.
Yeah,
It's a wonderful thing to do. So anyway, you can go to our website to find out how you can find the number and everything. Tell us about the movie, which is the Night of South.
Knights
of South Bronx.
Of the South Bronx.
And it's
yeah.
based on a true story.
True story about a man named David McElnulty who brought chess to the 4th grade inner city South Bronx, one of the poorest neighborhoods and the highest in crime rate. And he transformed these 10-year-olds. They became champions. They went off to colleges, Ivy League colleges.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And that's on tonight, right, on A&E?
A&E, 8 o'clock.
Great, great. All right, we have to go to commercial. When we come back, we're going to be playing What's My Next Line with Ted. Don't go away. We're back with Ted Danson. And it's time to play What's My Next Line? Here's how the game works. Y'all remember Ted as bartender Sam Malone on the hit show Cheers? I remember that now. That's right. It ran for 11 hilarious seasons. We're going to find out how well Ted remembers his famous character. We're going to play a clip from Cheers, pause it, see if Ted can remember his next line. Are you ready? All right, let's play the first one.
I know you don't have a lot of experience with this, but sometimes women get really happy. And when that happens, they get all emotional and vulnerable. And that's when it's time for a fellow like me, who's very sensitive and caring, to move in and give new meaning to the words.
Happy hour.
That sounds right. Really? All right, let's see.
Triple-decker sandwich.
See this?
You seem so confident.
This is why I'm not a writer.
Yeah.
Yes.
You seem so confident.
I
All right,
know.
let's see the next one.
Jeez.
Seems like you used to be a lot more fun. Why did you lose this childlike love of life? And why couldn't I have known you back when you were...
Back when you were...
It had something to do with a word that's probably going to get bleeped, but it had something to do with like trampy slut or something.
Uh-huh.
I didn't write that. I didn't write that.
No.
So.
And if it's nowhere near that, it seems like you wanted to say that. But all right, let's see what it was.
Cheap and slutty.
Can we say that? Is that all right?
Yeah.
That's an okay word to say? That shouldn't be okay.
Shouldn't be.
No.
No, it's,
He can say that?
well,
No one should say that.
that's right.
I'd
It's
rather
misogynist,
say
kinda.
creek than that. That's
Thank you.
all right.
I owe you.
All right, that concludes the episode of What's My Next Line. Everybody, the audience, by the way, is getting 7th season of Cheers on DVD. The Nights of the South Bronx airs tonight on A&E at 8 o'clock. Day 4 of our 12 Days of Giveaways is up next. Don't go away. We're back. And it's time to celebrate the holidays. I think I found the perfect person to put you in the holiday spirit. Shakira, tell the people what they want to hear.
He's Ellen's 12 days, he's Ellen's 12 days, he's Ellen's 12 days of giveaways.
That's right, it's day 4 of Ellen's 12 Days of Giveaways. We've already given away some great gifts today. We've got more just when you think it's over. It's not. And if you're watching from home, 15 of you have a chance to win. Just log onto our website and enter. Lil Snow, get your frosty fingers out here and show them what we're getting. nasty. He may melt out here. I got to keep him around for another few days. So, have y'all heard about audible.com? Anybody? It's the internet's easiest way to download digital audio. You can listen to magazines, newspapers, radio shows, and of course, books. And after you download it to your computer, you keep it forever. So today, you're all getting a lifetime audible.com membership, which means no fees ever, ever. You get discounts on all audible.com merchandise. You also get 3 free audio programs and $100 worth of audible.com gift certificates. So if you're thinking, what am I supposed to download these on? Well, you could download them on this iPod Nano. Cool, these little tiny things. It holds up to 500 songs, audiobooks, and photos. It's preloaded with my book, The Funny Thing Is, and the audible.com packages cost over $500, but for you, it's free. No money. Nothing. Not a dollar. Nothing. Not even a little bit of money. Nothing. Free. Nothing at all. Nothing free. Free. No. Okay. I see the looks on your faces. You're thinking to yourself, that's nice, Ellen, but what if I want an entire party to hear your book? Huh? You're going to be able to, because you're going to get this Klipsch iGroove. It's an all-in-one digital sound system. It sounds amazing. It works with all MP3 players. It even charges your iPod. And it has this little remote right here. You just put your MP3 in it right here in the cradle and hit play. I think I have Madonna's on here right now. I've been listening to Madonna's new CD. Klipsch iGroove normally sells for $280, but for you, it's free. Free. Don't forget to log on to our website to find out how you can buy or win these great gifts. Aisha Tyler joins us after this. We'll be right back. Our next guest currently stars alongside Jennifer Love Hewitt on the hit CBS drama Ghost Whisperer. Take a look. Please welcome back Aisha
Backstage this whole time.
Were you?
Oh yeah,
it's so much fun before when you're getting ready, watching them dance out here. Isn't it great?
You're rocking it really hard.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. Thank you.
That's gonna
all
be a
in the
problem.
microphone. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I couldn't find a place to stick the microphone in the dress on the way out.
Yeah, it's your hair. I think that's going to be the problem.
Yes, I'll get it.
Let me just cut it. Do I have some scissors?
Yes.
All right.
I'll buy some more.
All right. No, the last time you were here, it was.
I'm sorry.
Where does it start exactly? At what area?
In my head.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
but if in Hollywood, if you cut all your hair off,
just
you
get
can
a
just
weave.
go get a new one.
Yeah, that's right. Just put it in.
Paris Hilton, hair up here, hair down here. What happened? She's like that doll that you.
Exactly.
So
that's what Hollywood people will evolve into soon, where we can actually pull out hair like
Wouldn't
dolls.
that be awesome?
I think it's a great idea. This is great. This is in Glamour magazine in the September issue. You did this. And it's entitled, I Don't Want to Be Perfect, but it's talking about what they do and how they airbrush you, which I think is amazing what you did. They show you before, which is...
That's the real me on the, there's the real me.
And this is the notes that what they would do to you. They would take any, go ahead.
Well, it was just, it was like one of those things where you go and you take photos and you think you look like, you kind of like, oh, those are so pretty. And then you get the photos back and they've just turned you into just like a robot lady, so for this thing, I took these pictures and I thought they were pretty good, and then they went and they took my freckles away, they made my face a different shape,
let's
they made my legs different lengths, it was bizarre.
Let's show you, this is before, and then after.
and I'm white.
That's that. Yeah.
But I mean, you know, like they just changed everything.
They changed your hair.
They
Go back
changed,
to split
They
screen.
changed the hair.
They changed your hair. They moved.
made my boobs enormous.
Yeah.
My husband was like, "Where's that girl? Love to be
Yeah.
hanging out with that girl."
Right.
Where's she living at?
And then they moved in, like your stomach is different, your waist is different.
Everything.
Everything was totally fine before, but this is what is so damaging to young girls that are looking at magazines thinking everybody looks like that, and they don't look like that.
And that was why I wanted to do it, because I have a girlfriend who, she's a therapist, and she works with young girls who have, like, you know, body image problems. And I wanted her to tell those girls and to tell the world essentially that you look at these magazines and you think, oh my God, you know, I'm never gonna look like this, and you feel bad about yourself. Nobody looks like that.
No.
We don't look like that. You know, we go in there, like I go to a photo shoot and it's 12 hours of painting and poking, and then you're sitting like this, you know?
This is what, and people that actually look, even the people that you think are like, no, but this person, no
Nobody
magazine
looks like
is
that.
ever untouched. Not one picture that you see is not shaved off a little bit or contoured or making muscles where there aren't muscles or it's shadows.
Creating cleavage where there's no cleavage.
Yeah,
and
everything is retouched. So it's a good thing you did that. I think that's great. And you're having fun on Ghost Whisperer?
It's we're having so much fun. It's like the most. It's just a party every week. It's so fun to go there, and you know, Love and we play best friends on the show, and I think why it works is because we have such a great friendship in real life, and you never know if that's going to work because you take a job and then you have to meet the person, and we just hit it off, and we get in trouble for being kind of too crazy on set. Like we have this dance that we do, and when we're kind of, because we work really long hours, so you kind of get rammy and crazy. And we do this little dance in the trailer.
What kind of dance is it?
Well, you know, kind of in the theme of like, you know, celebrating your body and kind of like being, you know, celebrating your curves. We have this dance that we do to the song "Baby Got Back." Because you know we're both pretty curvy. Well, both of us are pretty curvy girls. So we, you know, when it's late and we're tired, we do this little dance, and and we sing all the lyrics, and it's.
Ghost Whisperer is on Fridays at 8 o'clock on CBS. Shakira performs after this. Don't go away. We're back with Shakira. Shakira, how do you say your name?
I love how you say my name.
Shakira. And this is the most, actually, usually you're shy about your body, I've read, except that usually you're wearing stuff that shows your body a lot.
Because I have to, you know.
You don't have to.
I gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, that's right.
But in reality, I'm really shy, you know. When I'm on the beach, I'm always wearing a sarong. Something to cover myself up.
So you wear a sarong on the beach, and on TV you wear a bikini.
Yeah, just because the movements require it.
Yeah, speaking of the movements, now you kind of are known for this like lots of vibrating hips and stuff, right? Does that come naturally, or how did you start dancing that way?
I grew up influenced by all of these cultural aspects that sort of define my artistic personality and the way I interpret music and the way I feel music. No? So I think it's a natural way of
I love the way you move. I love the way you dance.
Thank you.
But it really is. I mean, I think dance is such an expression of whatever music does to you and moves you. It doesn't matter how you react to it. Your body just does what it does.
Exactly. I always say my hips don't lie.
Yeah.
So when I have all these, you know, debates with my musicians about how a song should feel or groove, a certain groove or anything, and it's not going quite well, I say, my hips don't lie. That's not working.
Yeah.
They tell you the truth.
I'm gonna use that from now on. Can I borrow that?
Of course, you know.
My hips don't lie. Yeah. All right, Shakira, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The song is great. The video is beautiful. And thank you so much for being here. By the way, everybody in the Riff Raff room, I feel so bad because everybody gets stuff. We didn't forget about you either. Everybody in the Riff Raff room is getting a $100 gift certificate from our friends at Red Envelope. I want to thank Ted Danson, Aisha Tyler, and Shakira once again. Happy birthday to Tony. Bring out that cake.